Are we ready? Is everybody ready?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
bam, bam.
Hello. Hello.
That was Napoleon Dynamite. Do I get a point? Mitch, write that down.
Hello. And welcome to Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games.
And llamas.
And llamas. My name is Hayden. With me I have Mitch and Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Bueller. Bueller.
I think he's sick.
And Mitch's
Fry.
computer.
Fry. Like, I would just keep saying it. No one said. He's like, Fry.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed our Monday episode where we discussed our favorite video game soundtracks. This was where we do our news and reviews, but before we get started into all of that, Mitch, social media.
EntertainThisPodcast.com,
Which will take you to all of our entertainment stuff and everything.
take you down to the rodeo, get you on that EntertainThisPodcast.com, take you to our Facebook, Entertain This Podcast.
Make sure you drink yourself a Mountain Dew while you're watching.
You also go to Twitter, which is @ThisEntertain, and Instagram, which is entertain.this.
And if you're in Europe, it's entertainthis.eu.
No, it's not.
We should start an Entertain This EU page.
Entertain This EU.
That must have been like, I wish we could go back in time, like the early days of the internet, and just like make the domain names for like
There's
all this
people that
popular.
did that. But then they have legislation like 10 years ago saying that if you don't actually own a company like an LLC or something like
It
that,
becomes public.
no, you can't own the rights to it. Like that company can take it away from you.
One of the funniest things I ever saw was one of the guys from Rooster Teeth, Bernie Burns. He started a website called Bernie.com. And in Australia, or I think New Zealand, there's a town called Bernie.
Mhm.
And they contacted us like, hey, we want to buy the site from you.
Mhm.
And he's like, all right. He's like, I'll do it, but I want $1 million. I want a statue of myself holding a Foster's in one hand and a platypus under my arm, and I want a parade every year in my honor. And they went, no. It's like, could you at least just change it to something less offensive? And he's like, what? And he pulls it up, and one of the other dudes hacked his website and just wrote Bernie sucks cock on the website.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, anyways,
I mean, that's just funny.
that is funny. So let's start with movies. Who had movies?
Shouldn't we start with punishments?
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
who got punished actually?
Mitch.
I did.
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Was it 2 fists in law?
Two fists against the law.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2 fists against a rare.
I was very confused watching this movie.
I was confused watching someone else watch it and make fun of it.
There's a guy who's like evidently this great martial artist, and there's this other guy that wants to be trained by him. And then out of nowhere, another guy shows up while he's training the other guy, and they decide that they're going to rob this place.
Is that like the two dudes who were like stupid?
So this is
Like one guy's like cross-eyed, the other dude's like just got like the jowly like.
No, that was the henchman.
And then there's
They start out as like henchmen.
I just heard
and
there was the dude like the giant mole. That,
who? I was about to cuss.
damn it!
Who's running this punishment here? But no, you had the cross-eyed guy and the buck teeth guy, but they started out as like henchmen to the bad guy, and then they were like, when they died,
They died?
The good guys felt bad for them.
okay.
I don't know if they died or got beat up. I don't know.
They probably got beat up.
They have a memorial.
But like the movie starts with Master Payne, which is one of the good guys, quote unquote good guys, and then there's Lee Young, which is the other good guy, and then the main villain, which is like the boss of this other guy that has a giant mole and hair on his
And the
nose.
one head's like going like 13 feet
Yeah.
off his face.
Well, his dad is like the main bad guy.
We're not even making this up. This
Oh.
is entirely real.
He is Master Tai Chi.
Oh
Of
god.
course he is. So this is a kung fu film.
Yeah, it's a very bad
Esque.
kung fu film.
Esque.
I mean, this came out like 1980.
I don't know.
Is it Chinese or is it a Japanese film?
I think it's Chinese.
Well, if you close your eyes and listen, you'll think it's a Western. by the music that plays. I'm like, it sounds like somebody should be walking down into the OK Corral. as he's walking down the street.
So
I'm like,
I found this watching Djibouti Dubs videos, and like it was like a 2-part thing where they're sitting there and they're watching, they're just making fun of the movie. But I was sitting there looking at the movie, and I was like, it's funny what they're saying, but I'm just looking at this film, and I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I was like, this is a punishment. Let me write this down.
well, there were some parts of the movie where like they would be talking, and it would just cut like mid sentence to the next scene,
Really?
and I was like, okay,
I guess they ran out of film.
but like. I don't know if these guys owned a pawn shop or the bad guys owned a pawn shop. They wanted to like.
You sure it's a pawn shop and not like a McDonald's?
Well, they wanted to like. I don't know. They wanted to steal money from the Tai Chi guy, but they tricked him into killing his own son by. What? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going on. They wanted to steal money from him, but they tricked him into killing his own son because he was wrapped in bandages after getting beat up. So one of them wrapped themselves in bandages, broke into the place that the dad lives in, and then so he knew that wasn't his son, so he started fighting him. Well, then the guy runs away. They take the real son that's bandaged up, throw him off the roof to where he gets found, and then the Tai Chi guy beats him up to it, like beats him to death, and then unravels his face. And he's like, "No!" It's really dumb.
Okay.
Like the Tai Chi guy, he has a weapon that's like a saw blade on a rope. So he throws it, it sticks in the guy. Well, then they're fighting, and like the Master Pain has it stuck in his chest. They're fighting, and he like pulls him into it. Well, then like because the Tai Chi guy's like keeping himself apart to where like he doesn't get pulled into the blade that's stuck in the other guy already. They fall to the ground. The Tai Chi guy's on top. Well, the other Master Pain or Lee Young, I don't know which one's which. He comes and runs and like jumps and like stomps down on top of them and kills them both basically.
Okay.
And then the movie just ends. So
They both.
But they were trying to get $7 million from this Tai Chi guy. I don't know why.
7 million yen, the equivalent of $34.
I don't know what the two fists against the law were because technically they were the ones robbing people and like wanting to like swindle this guy out of $7 million.
Because he was the law.
And the Tai Chi guy was like looked at as the bad guy in the film, but you kind of like they made him kill his own son and then were trying to rob him.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to fight back.
Okay.
I don't know. There were slow motion fights that had echo to them. Like you'd be like kick him in the face in slow motion, be like
Oh, like Street Fighter kind of stuff. Okay.
I don't know what this movie was.
I didn't know.
Where'd you watch it at?
On YouTube.
Okay.
Did you watch the Djibouti Dubs rip of it where they're just making fun of it?
No, I was trying to find something. It was on the Wu-Tang channel.
Wu-Tang!
That was the only place I could find it. It had 4 hours on there.
Was it just random bits of Dave Chappelle yelling Wu-Tang for no reason?
No, but it played the movie, and then as soon as the movie was over, it restarted the movie again. I was like, no.
We're done. No more, please.
That was enough.
So was this the worst punishment you've ever seen?
Was this one of the most confusing punishments you've
It
ever
wasn't
seen?
the worst, but it was the most confusing. I didn't know what was going on.
Did it have subtitles?
It was dubbed.
Okay.
I mean, but I still was confused.
That is some of like the hallmarks of like those old Japanese kung fu movies where you're just watching and you have no clue what's going on.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why they wanted the $7 million from this guy, and why does he have $7 million if he owns a pawn shop?
He's
in
doing
like
very
old Japan.
well. He's doing very well.
Evidently, I don't know.
And they never show like anything like new in
No.
Japan. It's all old.
Yeah, it's like they're
Was
all.
it supposed to be in the 80s or was it like feudal Japan?
I'm assuming it was feudal Japan because I never saw
But
anything.
there was no samurai or anything.
No, I mean, I never saw any. Like they were all wearing like the.
This was not Last Samurai.
It was all like the
Feudal Japan.
Jet Li Fearless. It looked like it was that time period or something. They were all wearing those like the IP man monk like suits and stuff.
That's Chinese. So if especially if it's Tai Chi, it's probably Chinese.
Maybe
too.
it was Chinese, but I don't know. It was
rough.
It was. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to tell you about it because I don't understand what was happening other than just watching it.
I have another good one ready for you. Death Spa.
Okay.
But
Alright. If you're a kung fu aficionado,
Avoid at all costs.
I mean, I'll give this a 1 because, like I said, I'm confused. I didn't even know what I was watching.
yeah.
And like I said, yeah, the kung fu was like in slow motion. So
All right.
there was one point where the guy was walking. He's carrying this barrel like that's on. I don't know. It's like a wheelbarrow kind of thing. He's carrying the money, and he stops and he starts listening around the woods. he's like, "Come out here!" And then the Tai Chi guy goes, "I'm not afraid." Just steps out and they start fighting.
I've been like, why were you hiding this entire time?
Sounds strange.
I'm
glad I didn't have to watch it.
It was confusing.
I feel like we can make our own horrible kung fu movie.
We'll have to probably.
Also because none of us know kung fu.
I think it'd be fun to lampoon a movie. We should find like a really trashy movie and just make fun of it or something like that.
Plan 9 from outer space.
I was thinking Shark Side of the Moon.
Shark Side, yeah, that'll work too.
But anyway, all right, movies.
Oh, look, that's me.
Keep it going, Mitch.
The Mitch Hour continues.
You can tell by my extensive notes here that
Those are from old things he's seen and already done.
that I forgot to write down anything about it, but as I watched it. But I watched A Christmas Story Christmas.
I watched it also.
I have not watched it.
I liked it. Like it's not as good as the original,
Right.
obviously, but it does a really good job of bringing back the nostalgia and a good homage to the original. Like he'd have like flashbacks to the stuff that happened.
The Schwartz's mom beat him up.
No, but you see Schwartz and Flick as like older kids or like as older adults now. And
Is it the same actors?
Yes.
because as far as I know, it was
The only actor they swapped out was the mom.
yeah.
So
I think she's dead.
probably. And so is the dad.
Oh yeah,
But he's dead in the movie as well.
But basically, he's a writer, or an attempted writer, and he finds out that his dad passed away like 3 days before Christmas, so they have to drive back to Ralphie's old home.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
then,
it the same house?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and then
They preserved it.
yeah,
That house.
but then while they're there, they what was it? Was it the lights?
Scott Farkas.
I don't remember. Oh no, they go to get like presents and somebody robs their car.
Yeah.
So they spent like half the movie just trying to find a way to make Christmas with like $21.
Yeah. Yeah. It's far enough removed from the original one where it still feels like you could watch the original one and enjoy it without it being tainted by a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like good enough that it stands on its own. But, it won't stand the test of time like the original one will.
No.
Peter Billingsley, the kid, Ralphie,
Mm-hmm.
he, is an old man now. He's like in his 40s. So,
He was an
Old man.
He was an elf.
he was an elf and other things, yeah. But he's a producer. He produced this movie. He helped write it and adapt it. I think these are real stories.
These are from a book.
That
Because that's what A Christmas Story is based on.
the author wrote.
Yeah. Do
from
you know
his-
what the book is called?
What?
You don't know?
No, what is it?
It's called In God We Trust.
Yes.
All others pay cash.
Pay cash. Yeah, that's what.
Hence the reason we're not doing trivia.
Right.
On A Christmas
So
Story
they
against
did. They did mention it in the opening title sequence for this movie. But so I think that the author, like, these are part of his like short stories that he wrote about his childhood and stuff like that.
Do the Bumpuses still live next door?
They do.
Yeah, they do.
And
They have a kid now.
yeah.
40-something smelly hound dog.
So like that's part of the story is like how he got about to writing and remembering the original, and that's kind of where it ends is like him starting down the road of talking and narrating the original. Peter Billingsley's voice doesn't have that same like slappy kind of punch humor that the original narrator has from the first one when he narrates this movie, but he does a pretty good job, So, and you can tell it was like a huge passion project for him to try and get the sequel off the ground. And
Are his ears like still really far down on like his head?
I didn't notice.
I didn't notice. He has a lot of the same mannerisms as he did as Ralphie.
He's like looking up daydreaming like JD and
Yes,
Scrubs.
there's lots of daydreaming and stuff like that, and
Eagle.
but it is still pretty funny, especially where you see like if you were to imagine adult Ralphie and how he's going through the trials and tribulations of being a middle-aged guy with kids and bills and stuff like that, it's exactly that.
I really hope he like developed a lot of like his dad's mannerism.
Yeah, the one thing that I didn't like is they kind of glorified his father to be this like awesome person. I mean,
His dad was great.
His dad was interesting, but I don't think he was like this Christmas, aficionado that they made him out to be. Like, nobody does Christmas like my dad, stuff like that. I was like, he didn't seem like he really cared in the first movie that at all about Christmas.
He's the one who hid the present.
He is the one that hid the Red Ryder BB gun, yes. but they're like, saying Christmas will never be the same without him.
Well, because in the first movie, you see one Christmas with him, but then they're trying to build on the fact that he did this every year, like had special things for him or something.
Didn't I get a tie this year?
Yeah. There's a couple of like physical comedy and shticks and stuff throughout the movie that are really funny. That I was laughing, like the when they're in the hospital, and like they're waiting for his daughter to come out of the ER. There's that guy with
He got his hand stuck.
Everybody, just for no reason, they're just waiting. There's just this dude who's got his hand. He's just like, just trying to get his hand out of the jar. And everybody's just staring at him. And you're like, why are we watching this guy just suffer?
As anybody who's sat in the waiting room of an ER, you can't help but not watch.
Well, what I thought was great was that like the little girl's looking, and the mom tells me, "Hey, don't look. It's not nice to stare." And then the grandmother wakes up. She's like, "Look at that guy over there."
Yeah, and it definitely has a bigger budget than the original one, because like some of the cutaways and the fantasies that Ralphie has, like they're pretty elaborate and pretty funny. So like he's in prison, he's got this like giant beard, and he thinks he's ruined Christmas, so like he's gonna be in jail forever, and his kids are gonna be screwed up forever because of it. And his son's got like a Cockney accent for some reason.
No reason whatsoever.
Oi, wanker.
And he sees his daughter from behind, and he's like, well, at least you turned out right. She turns around, she's pregnant. He's like, damn it.
That she got her googly eye.
Yeah, one eye like floats away and stuff like that.
Because back in the modern day of the movie or whatever, they have a snowball fight when the engine breaks down on their vehicle. So they're out there playing. Well, he turns around. He's going to peg his son that's running away. He turns around, makes the snowball, and when he turns around and just slams it down, his daughter had jumped up in front of him on like this little stump. It hits her right in the eye from like this far away, like a foot away.
Oh. He's like, oh my God, I killed her. He says that like to all of his kids. He like thinks he kills them at some point. So, but yeah, it's good. It was a fun sequel. I don't think you'll necessarily have to watch it every year. But
I like when that
24 hours of Christmas Story.
Farkas again.
Yeah, Scott Farkas shows up again.
Was he a cop?
He's a cop. He's totally a cop. So, but the way they played that out was pretty good. Yeah. So
does he apologize?
In a way, he's kind of like, thanks for handing my
beating the snot out of me.
He's like, because I wouldn't be what I am today. His kids are bullies, and they bully Ralphie's kids and stuff like that. And Ralphie's kids do something that I actually did as a kid.
I believe it.
So there is like they go around in snowmobiles and they plow through everybody's snowmen, right? So like what would you do if every time you built a snowman somebody just drives
center
through?
Blocks in it?
So this is what I did as a kid. I built it around a fire extinguisher.
Fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they built it around like a chopping block or something like that.
It was like a stump or something that was in the middle of the front yard.
Mm-hmm. So I totally did that when I was a kid.
You hear it crash and they come outside. The kids are just laid out in the snow.
Dad's gonna kill me.
But yeah, it is funny. It's worth a watch. It's on Disney, right?
No,
HBO. Yeah,
I need to watch this.
So yeah, I enjoyed it.
They got the original on there too, so you can watch it and then go straight into the new one. So.
Right. So, they're at Higbee's and stuff like that. It kind of like beats the same plot points as the original one to a certain point, but it still stands on its own.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it hits kind of an homage to everything. It shows the stuff from the first one, kind of, and then it just builds on it to like modern day stuff.
I'll say this though: the child actors of yesteryear will forever be better than the child actors of today.
Yeah.
I think it's because, like, this sounds bad, but, like, there wasn't as many rights and rules and regulation for child actors back in the day, so you could kind of beat them into being good actors or something like that. Because, like, some of these kids are, like, just cringing the whole time when they're acting, today.
Like the Bumpus brother or whatever.
Yeah.
That kid was annoying.
Yeah. But anyway, so I enjoyed it. What did you rate it, Mitch?
I'd probably give it a 7. I mean, I liked it, but it's not quite. It's not up there to the tier of the original. So, but it is good to watch and it's fun. It's a good sequel.
Yeah, I'd say it's fair. That's a fair rating. Well, what's your news, Mitch?
Well, let me pull it up real quick.
Christmas Story, Christmas.
I didn't write it down.
Or Ralphie's the grandpa.
Well, the first thing I have is, that's not it. It is this: A Christmas Story actor gets in altercation with the owner of the iconic house from the film.
Oh no.
The guy that plays Grover Dill wanted to buy the house, and he was like taking pictures with some kind of fans or something on the front porch. And then like the house owner wanted him to leave because they didn't know who he was, like because he hadn't announced who he was. And they got into an altercation on the front porch.
Who's Grover Deal?
The guy that was Scott Farkas.
Oh, Scott Farkas?
Well, his little henchman.
The little sidekick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
Crummy little toady.
evidently he wanted to buy the house, and then him and the owner got into an altercation on the front porch.
Oops.
So you're saying the deal's off?
Pretty much. And then James Gunn has like teased kind of some of the movies that he's wanting to put in production for DC now that he's kind of run stuff. Which one is Dead Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a superhero, but he has to like and
he possesses
you.
Whoever he wants.
But that's the only way he can communicate.
But he's
with
like a detective
else.
also.
Okay.
And then that they want to remake another Superman, or not remake, but make a Superman sequel.
With Henry Cavill.
And then they want to have Lobo.
Okay.
And then last one is the Mr. Terrific. He's kind of like,
Why are they doing Mr. Terrific?
I don't know.
James Gunn has weird niche.
He wants to do some characters that aren't the main.
You might as well do the Question.
Well, no, I mean, Mr. Terrific was pretty cool. He's like a Tony Stark without the armored suit. He's really smart, can make all these gadgets and stuff. So
He's like a lamer Batman.
Oh, what?
A lamer Batman.
A
Except for
less scary and intimidating Batman.
Yeah, he's not like a physical fighter as much as Batman. He's more
Or as smart.
Have you seen
tech.
Have you seen that James Gunn and the other producer for DC? They're now like the Kevin Feige's for DC. They put out their 10-year plan, 8 to 10-year plan for DC and stuff like that. And
I knew they had, but I hadn't seen what all it was.
I just like read an article that like this is like DC's like 4th attempt at a 10-year plan. You know, so
I'll
like
give it 2 years.
But this time they actually have heads of it that know what they're doing. At least.
I know, but I don't know. I think, especially because I did not like what James Gunn did with the Suicide Squad.
I did. I like that one much better than the original one.
The original one was trash.
The original one was trash, but the sequel wasn't great either.
Dumpster garbage.
I loved it. King Shark.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean there was its moments, but still. So I don't know. It's weird, especially since he's got his hands deep into Marvel as well.
Oh no, he's not with Marvel anymore.
He's doing Guardians 3.
That's the last thing he's doing with them though. He's filling out his contract and that's it.
Have they filmed that yet?
I think they're almost
filming.
done.
I just watched the Guardians Christmas special.
Yeah, I watched that too.
It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. Yeah.
And then my last bit of news was Marvel finally found its a new director for the Blade movie. It's going to be the person that did
Wesley Snipes.
The Lovecraft series from HBO.
Oh, okay.
So they said it's going to be a darker than what it was originally going to be when they first started to make this movie.
Whatever.
But as director Jan Demange.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, hopefully Wesley Snipes doesn't have anything to do with this.
No, I like the guy that they picked.
This is different True Detective season 3.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali, yeah.
Chicken Marsala.
That.
But he's a good dude. I'm kind of falling off the bandwagon for Marvel. So I might do Guardians, and then that's probably going to be it.
I'm waiting for the next Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Supposedly the symbiotes are going to have a bigger play because of the end of...
Have they used the word mutant
Homecoming?
yet?
Yeah.
In Marvel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kamala Khan from her TV series Miss Marvel. Technically, she's a mutant in the MCU, even though she's not in the comics. And then Namor from the new Wakanda.
I don't like
Forever.
the Namor.
I don't either.
I don't like how he looks.
Yeah,
He doesn't look like the Submariner from the comics.
No,
From what I heard, that I haven't seen the new,
I hadn't either.
but I heard that it was good, but it wasn't as good as the original Black Panther. So, yeah.
Because Black Panther's not in it.
Despite what, the racial stigma of having like, an all black everything for that movie and stuff, the director really was kind of like between a rock and a hard place because he had to keep the franchise going. He's got a huge fan base, cult following behind it, and the black representation that would be necessary for that kind of franchise has to keep going. So he made it happen. So that at least kudos to that because there's probably no way you can make something good without your leading actor in it, and still pay homage to him because you can't just recast him. That's like copping out. It's an easy way out.
Yeah.
So you try and keep the franchise going despite it all. It's gotta be tough. So I'd be interested to watch it. I'm just not going to go to a movie theater to watch it.
No, it's just, and I have no problem with Shuri, the girl begin Black Panther, but I just don't like the actor that plays her because you can't make a stick figure into a superhero if they're not wearing something like
The
armor.
super soldier serum, man.
Well, she doesn't get that.
I don't know. So, but
She still looks like a stick figure.
I wish they'd just do another X-Men movie. And like a good X-Men movie.
Don't worry, that's coming in like 10 more years.
Oh, thank God.
yeah, they're milking it. That's the new Marvel phases. It's just like let's slowly bleed what the audience wants.
Yeah.
Slowly drag that out. All right, TV time.
I'm him. I watch. Sometimes I wonder. I watched a show, Superstore,
Yeah,
on Hulu,
yeah.
starring America Ferrera and Ben Feldman.
I've seen some like clips from it. It seems kind of funny.
It wasn't.
No.
I watched like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It was not funny.
No.
There's some things that are funny, but that's mostly because it was Colton Dunn
Okay.
doing stuff, which was pretty because he's in a wheelchair, and they don't explain to you why.
Okay.
He's just hanging out, but it takes place in like a Walmart.
Yeah.
It's the name of the store is Cloud9, and this show ran for 6 seasons.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, from 2015 to 2021, it was on NBC. This was one of the most predictable sitcoms I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Like every time you introduce a character, like something's about to happen, I'm just like, I bet X, Y, and Z is going to have it happen. Here it is, there it is, and there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the characters are pretty funny. America Ferrera's funny. The Feldman's the guy's name, Ben Feldman. He plays the male lead. Yes, Ben Feldman. He's pretty funny. Colton Dunn is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's just like they did a bit where his character Jonah, Ben Feldman, starts at the store, and he's like marking stuff down for discount, but he's doing it wrong.
Okay.
So he makes everything 25 cents. So they're freaking out, and like they're trying to like shut down the registers, do all this stuff, and Colton Dunn's just sitting behind like the mic for like the entire store, like due to an error. Everything's been marked down from 25% to 25 cents. So hurry up! And he's like antagonizing everything. He's like, hurry up, get in the line. She's like, she's open, get to her. And he's like, throw it on the counter. He's like just amping it all up. And the security guard's like trying to hold everybody back. He just sees everybody, he just leaves. He's just like, nope. And then like the crazy like store manager lady, like assistant chick, comes out. She's a 12-gauge pump shotgun. She just bumps one into the ceiling and just like debris falls on everybody. She's like, everybody back away from the carts.
Yeah, I worked at Walmart for a year when I was 18, and like the community there, like
That's weird.
It is because like it's so like Downton Abbey-esque. It's like it's like the lowly clerks that stock. They're the real people, and then the managers are like
insane.
They're like holier than thou. They've done their time. They've lived through all the crappy moments to get to where they're at. And
13 Black Fridays.
And they've seen it all. And but they don't want to get their hands dirty anymore. So they're just like, hey, clean up on aisle 6, and you like go there. There's like a body or something like that. And like, you're gonna help?
Yeah, there's
No.
like they go to an aisle. There's just a kid.
Yeah.
Just like no adults, just kids just sitting there, just like going through stuff, and they just like look and just keep walking. It's just like. No.
The thing that pissed me off the most about Walmart, too, is that anybody who's working there part-time, just to pay their bills or whatever while they're in college, they're obviously there just to get to the next better thing in their life, right?
Yeah.
And everybody always acts so betrayed when you quit. They're like, oh, you don't want to be part of the family? Like, this is not a family, dude. This is a means to an end.
This is an insane asylum.
Yes. Yeah, I do not want to be you when I grow up. Yes, I do.
So you mean you're not one of those people that are being like, I need $17 an hour to work at McDonald's. That's my career.
No, I'm just
I feel like if you worked in retail, like a big store like Target or Walmart or Kmart even, or something, or Canadian Tire.
Okay.
If you're on the other side of the border, this is probably like hilarious to you because it's just on the nose.
I remember one Black Friday. I brought out a box.
You died.
I almost did. I brought out a box full of these computers that had some insane deal on it, and I brought it out and I had it ready to go, and like there was a crowd like piranhas circling it, because it wasn't midnight yet, and all I had to do was just like take one computer to go inventory it. So the second I broke the saran wrap on the pallet, they swarmed me. And like I had the box cutter, and I was like, "No, stop! It's not ready to buy yet." And like they're pushing me out of the way. The box cutter's flying up in the air, and I was like,
Somebody was stabbed. Hayden's getting trampled. Choke on it.
I was like, "Stop!" And I realized I was like, "This is $8 an hour. I'm not doing it. I'm just.
Why do I care?
I'm walking away." So
Go for it.
yeah, and they just like fought over it,
I'll be honest. There was one Christmas that me and my wife, we'd gone to Walmart to pick up something from my little girl, and as we were walking by, they had like these pallets of just toys. That was all marked down, and they were like, "Oh, these aren't like we grabbed one out of it because it, like the saran wrap wasn't around it, so we just grabbed one out off the top." And as we were walking away, somebody else went to grab one. We heard an employee go, "Those aren't for now. Those are for in the morning when the deal starts." We just walked a little faster.
Yeah.
We went up to cash register. It was on sale, so
There you go.
we just took it and ran.
I mean, it is. It's like its own weird like bureaucracy. Like the rules of normal commerce don't apply in a superstore. You can just get away. You say, "Hey, this guy, some other customer dropped this $300 item where there's a $12 pair of shoes. Put it in there. It says $12. If you argue enough, eventually they'll just relent because it's not their money. They don't care." So
That's insane.
it's the way it works. I've seen somebody like take his shoe off and try to return it before, at a Walmart. Yeah.
I was watching this thing on TikTok. There was a statue for some.
I'm enjoying this deep dive.
There was a statue that somebody had made that was like to advertise for these like beers and stuff.
Yeah.
So somebody took the sticker off the beer and put it on the statue and bought the statue. And he was like filming himself. He was like, "I'm almost out the door." He goes through the door. He goes, "We're free!" And they ran to the car with this giant, like almost looks like a stone statue. I mean, it was made out of whatever, but he just bought the whole statue for like $12.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And the secret shopper guy is always the most like noticeable dude because he's trying to look like he's in the CIA. Yeah, he's just some dude.
He's got a finger to an ear.
Yeah, he's like looking at bras and panties or something like that, like looking over his shoulder at shoppers and stuff. Like what are you shopping for? Secret shopper.
We know who you are, Philip. Damn it. What kid? He like takes off his beard and mustache, and he has a beard and mustache underneath.
Exactly.
It's like, get out of here.
Takes his job very seriously. So I know how to take out a warrant. Yeah, but you can't. All right.
That's pretty funny.
What's your news, Tom?
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Well done, Mitch. That was well done. Quentin Tarantino is apparently he's trying to do a 8-episode series this year.
Of what?
Not for 2022, but 2023. He's wanting to do some Marvel stuff.
But I thought he hated Marvel.
Yeah, well, apparently he wants to do like a Nick Fury show.
Probably
Because it works with Samuel L.
yeah,
Jackson.
because he wants to work.
He wants to do Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos from
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay.
That's what he wants to do.
But
But I think it's just
that'd
an
be a back in
excuse.
time kind
Yeah,
of
I
thing.
think it's just an excuse for him to work with Samuel L. Jackson again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can do that without profanity or oodles of blood.
Yeah.
Can he have?
And a lot of MF.
Has Tarantino done anything that's not rated R?
Good question.
No.
I don't think he has.
No.
No. Yeah, I know he's produced some things, but he didn't directly.
I also really want I want him to attend a science class just to see the actual amount of blood a
Right.
human body contains.
Yeah.
Because clearly he is under some grand delusion.
Not like the Hateful Eight where they just throw a bucket on somebody. It looks like
it's got to be less blood per mass than the actual human being. I mean, we can figure
Yes.
that much out. So.
Like if you look at, somebody who's like 6'2" and 180 pounds, it's like there's not 84 gallons of blood compressed inside that body.
if it is, he's ready to pop.
Yeah.
It's like a paper cut. It's like, oh my God. It's everywhere. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be interested to see him do a show because he's never done a show. Or, no, he has done a show. He's done Kill Bill, right?
No, Kill Bill's a 2-part movie.
That's a 2-part movie. I thought it was like a series they did in
Nope.
bits.
Nope, 2-part movie.
Okay.
He's never done TV before. He is one of the Dogma 95, which is like these purist directors that.
That's also part of he's either going to try to do the Marvel Nick Fury show or a show about his book about cinema.
Now, I've listened to a couple of podcasts because this dude knows Tom Lord of the Rings level of like bizarre niche. I think he was on Jimmy Kimmel once, and all Jimmy Kimmel did was read the back of certain cassette tapes, like the descriptions, and he could tell you movies I've never heard of, what they were, because he worked at a movie store, writing Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
That's where he got his first job at before he hit it big. So the dude, he is by far the famous cinephile that you'll find today. Like, he knows absolutely everything with everything, and music too. He's got an insane knowledge of classical music library and classics, like as in like rock and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, but I would be entertained to read his book. I think we could probably
He might be doing a show about it.
So, yeah. I'm
Why
also
read when you can watch?
I'm also
You
interested.
can just come on here and talk with us, yeah?
Yeah,
right.
Quentin.
I'm
We
also
could talk about music and the greatness that was the band Asia.
I'm also interested in that Spielberg movie that's coming out, where it's his own autobiography.
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah,
It's called Bergspiel.
I can't remember what it is called. I think it might have actually just came out. So
I thought you were going to say it is called Bergspiel. I was
No.
like, is it really?
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. But yeah, okay, cool. Well, good job, Tom. I had games.
Press the button for games.
We didn't push for any of the others. What's it matter now?
I
Filler.
played a game that I have beaten years ago. I'm playing again with my son. It's Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword, my least favorite Legend of Zelda game.
So we're just reviewing stuff we played in the 90s.
No, this is
Stay tuned for my review next week of Star Fox 64.
like 2000 and, well, the Switch remake, quote unquote, was 2021. But there's not much of a remake. It's just a controller port, essentially, because the Skyward Sword was a Wii Zelda. Where they utilized a lot of the stupid
The
Wii mode.
motion.
Yeah, and so you can use the Joy-Cons for the Switch. I hate motion controls. I'm just old man. I like controllers.
We don't have to do all this exercising and swinging.
Yeah. So, but you use a stick to basically, because on the Wiimote you would hold the Wii and he would have his sword
Yeah.
from his body, the way that you would hold it,
Like
and
in the
whatnot.
old Wii.
So, but for the stick, it's really hard because you have to slam the stick in order to get him to slash, and it does it in very radial slashes and stuff like that. So it's wonky controls. The controls drive me crazy.
That was one of the Wii games where there was it was a sword to do where you were a samurai guy as your me and you have
Red. What was that game called?
it wasn't a main. It was a Wii game. It was Wii. Nintendo made it.
Oh, okay.
For the just for the Wii. But you had your me and you're running and you had fight these ninja dudes and you're just going crazy
Right.
with a Joy-Con, just bopping people in the head with a sword.
But
the sword would be behind you to the side. It would go
Yeah.
10 feet to the left.
the puzzles are by far the best part of this game because it's definitely very adult-oriented, intelligent puzzles, And the plot, but the puzzles are insane. My son, who's 6, he struggles, and so I started playing to help him through it, and then I got hooked again. I'm already almost through it again.
You just shoved them out of the way, took the controller, and went, I'm playing this now.
He was playing it, and I was like, give me the controller.
I mean, he just kind of lost interest. So, but he watches me play, and I read all the goofy text and stuff to him. Chronologically speaking, this is the first Zelda game. So it starts with this one, and then it goes to Ocarina of Time, and then that splits the great divergence of Zelda games, which all confides back in Breath of the Wild. Long story short, if you get into Zelda games, it's a complicated mess.
If you're insane and you enjoy these things, come talk to Hayden.
There's a huge cult following. There's
You are that cult.
There's 4 podcasts on this
He's the
alone.
cult leader. What are you talking about?
So no, I don't know nearly as much Zelda lore as other people do, but yeah, it's a great game. It scratches that Zelda itch. It gives you a lot more lore and background and history, the big bad guy that creates Ganondorf, where did he come from, and all that kind of stuff. Why Zelda is this mystical princess, and why you are the hero of time, things like that. It starts to explain some things. the character design is ugly. Like the ugliest character design for a game ever. And one of the big like shticks for this one is you're in a city called Skyloft, and you have this giant bird that you fly around, and you drop from the bird and you parachute onto the overworld or underworld, I guess you could call it, to go to your temples and solve quests and stuff like that. But to fly in that bird, you're literally just flying for like sometimes 10 minutes, not doing anything, and it's quite tedious. And whereas like Wind Waker, you're on a boat and you're boating forever, but there's always something mysterious that pops up that you'll see, an interesting island or something like that you have to go explore. This, you're out in an open sky and there's floating islands and stuff like that, and you're just like, you see a speck all the way over there, like I guess I'll go fly there and check it out. 10 minutes later, you make it. It's nothing sometimes. And you're just like, what was the point of this? So not my favorite Zelda game. Yeah. But then, it sets up for Breath of the Wild, which is one of the best, if not the best Zelda games. And which leads me to my news. The sequel to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, comes out in May 2023. And it is also a overworld sky falling kind of dynamic. Yep. So I'm interested to see how this
take like
translates.
a week off of work.
I might. So. I
can't come in. Why? Zelda.
I might, because like that and Starfall comes out around the same time. So, or Starfield, yeah. So, Breath of the Wild is a great game. It's a true successor. Like, one thing I will say about Zelda and Nintendo is every time they make a new game, they're always like, this game kind of failed, I would say, but it's very different and still in the same vibe as Zelda. And Nintendo is willing to risk, each feel for each game. And Breath of the Wild was a huge departure from very similar Zelda commonalities. But, the numbers speak for themselves, because this is the best-selling Nintendo game probably ever, And the sequel, they're definitely doing something different with that. That's why I laud Nintendo, because they're just so willing to risk it all, to do the right thing and not just make the same game with a different map or add an expansion that just has a bigger map or one new shtick or whatever. They always like, you're going to get what you pay for. And very few game companies do that nowadays. It's always give the audience what they think they want,
Show me what you got.
Yeah. And so, that's my news is Tears of the Kingdom. One of the biggest concerns for Tears of the Kingdom is since that the new Pokemon game didn't do very well. Yeah. Because there's so many bad glitches and stuff like that. People are freaking out that Nintendo's dropped the ball. They're going to continue. But this is made from a completely different gaming company under Nintendo's umbrella, and the director from Breath of the Wild is involved, and they've actually delayed this game to make sure that it's good. So I'm positive that it's going to continue to be good. And I don't think that there will be any hesitation, and this will be a whole nother thing.
I'm surprised this Pokemon game pooped the bed like it did.
It did. It's awful. Like,
so it's still got a 6 out of 10 though.
That's not great for a Nintendo game.
No,
it's not.
Especially not for Pokemon.
But it's still better than half the games that come out.
That is true. Well, I don't know. I feel like Nintendo or video games in general are weighted like unfair in their favor. Like they'll like bad games will get 7s through 8s or something like that. And
great games get like 9.5s.
Yeah.
Or 10s.
So you see so many solid 10s coming out. I'm like, I don't know. There's still some pretty glitchy whatevers. I wonder how many Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 solid 10s. Would you call this a 10 out of 10 game, Modern Warfare 2? No, I wouldn't either. But there's probably like a litany of 10 out of 10s.
Elden Ring's probably the best game that came out this year, and I'd give that a 9.
Yeah, I give it a 9.5. Just because of the
it was buggy
multiplayer
when it first came out.
Did it win Game of the Year?
I don't think they voted on Game of the Year yet.
I knew they were having some votes. I didn't know if they'd already.
Because I think the big contender now is going to be God of War Ragnarok.
Which again, I say no game that is a exclusive, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation, should be eligible for Game of the Year.
So then Halo shouldn't be either.
I agree.
Okay.
Anything that's exclusive, because then you've basically just cut off half of the.
That's not fair. I mean, like there's Zelda's Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year when it came out. So it totally deserves it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If the gaming community can't enjoy it, then
they can't buy a Switch, man.
Yeah, if you buy
spend
a whole nother
$300, go out there. Go.
If you go buy a whole nother gaming system than the one that you currently own,
Yeah. I don't know.
Not all of us are like Hayden and have a Switch, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5.
What can I say? I enjoy video games when I can. So, yeah, it's Skyward Sword was one of the first games to have for Zelda to have an actual orchestra for its entire soundtrack, which is awesome. And then that obviously carried over in the Breath of the Wild. So, and like I said in the previous Monday episode, the Zelda soundtrack gets better and better with every iteration. So I'm excited to see the new one. And yeah, so that's my feel good stuff for coming out next year. I can't wait.
Oh God, Zelda!
Oh my God!
Everybody's got their thing, man. That's mine.
Make me meep.
That's my thing. You guys like lose your crap over Power Rangers and stuff.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know what games come out next year, to be honest.
I mean, I just know Starfield and Zelda, so that's all I'm excited about. So, yeah. So, all right. Well,
I love that button.
all right. Well, I mean, that's our news and reviews.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
there you go.
That's the thing.
Well,
As my niece would say, there you go.
tune in next week for Tom's trivia, which he hasn't even thought of yet.
Nope.
Doing trivia next week. Okay.
Yep, you are doing trivia and a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna plot out a Christmas special before the end of the month, before Christmas.
Hopefully.
So, if you have any suggestions or ideas, entertainthispodcast.com. And if you wanted us to cover anything specific in trivia, or you wanted us to double back on something that we talked about in the past that you disagree with, let us know on entertainthispodcast.com, and we will mention you, call you out, and embarrass you in your family's honor.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow.
So that's it for this week's episode. We'll see you on Monday. Goodbye from Mitch.
Bye.
Goodbye from Tom.
Bye, Tom.
And goodbye from me, Hayden. Goodbye.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.